Hi, everybody. This is part 2 of the rapid fire mold questions. Someone had posted on a previous videos in the comment section just some questions for a mold expert that I was interviewing. Didn't get the questions in time, so I'm taking a stab at answering those questions. Just before I jump into things, if you enjoy watching my videos, if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel here if you're watching this on YouTube, or follow me if you're watching this on Instagram or whatever it is, thumbs upping or what have you if this is on Facebook. So please consider doing that if you haven't already. And so the question list here, I'm just reading off my laptop here. So in terms of mold toxicity, their question about, I guess, the applicability of intravenous or oral phosphatidylcholine. Really good question. Actually, the interview that I had that these questions were destined for that didn't make it in time for the interview. We actually talked about phosphatidylcholine. It's a topic that I've been really interested in for a long time because on paper, phosphatidylcholine should be crucially important for folks who are dealing with mold toxicity. It's really important for the detoxification of mold toxin, like mycotoxins, through the phase 2.5 liver detox pathways. It's also, mold creates so much oxidative stress in the body that it damages cell membranes, mitochondrial membranes, and phosphatidylcholine is a big component of both of those. So replenishing the body with just a healthy, unadulterated form of those should make a lot of sense. And yet in clinical practice, it's been relatively infrequent that I've seen a really obvious clinical change. We've done quite a lot of intravenous phosphatidylcholine for some conditions, can be really helpful. For a lot of folks dealing with mold toxicity, I haven't seen a lot of huge benefit. My guest who I interviewed, Dr. Lauren Tessier, she talked about how phosphatidylcholine is a really important part of her protocols, and where we kind of got into it, well, not, we were butting heads, no, I'm just kidding, where we kind of went into that in a little more detail. I asked her, like, do you see a lot of clinical change from it? And she said no, but what she's found, and I'm paraphrasing here, please listen to the or watch the upcoming podcast episode, will be released in a few weeks. She was saying that it seems to really set the stage for helping folks who are really sensitive to things to be able to tolerate things better. And it seems to set the stage so that the other treatments that might be employed can work better as well. So I'm thinking about that since our interview. I'm thinking about the phosphatidylcholine a little bit more. I'm wondering about some patients where I'm thinking I might bring that back in and kind of give it another try, but with sort of different expectations in mind. It's something that I'm going to say is on sort of my maybe list now. Haven't seen a whole lot of benefit from the IV phosphatidylcholine, though, in my mold toxicity patients. Questions about a parasite connection. I think someone posted this on another video of mine saying, like, do you always see parasites with mold? I definitely don't. I mean, the big challenge with parasites is that testing for parasites is notoriously not very accurate. The sensitivity of the tests, like according to the research literature I've looked at least, is about 42%. So you have a room full of 100 people, they all have parasites, you run tests on all of them, and about 42 of them are going to get positive results. 66% will have, or no, 56%. There we go. That's how math works. For 58%, oh my goodness, don't do math on social media. That's my note to self moving forward. We'll say that it's negative even though they actually have the parasite. So bearing in mind that limitation where the testing is fraught with propensity for false negatives, I really haven't seen a big correlation there personally. Liver flushes, I don't really recommend them a whole lot. Some patients do them and find they help. I find that by and large, I don't really see a whole lot of help. If by liver flush, the question is, doing like more of a hardcore liver flush, like say like the quote unquote master cleanse or something where you're, consuming a lot of magnesium salts and oil and things like that to just really try to flush things out. So I haven't really seen a huge change with those. And then the final question is there a connection between ileocecal valve dysfunction and mold? I have not seen that as a strong correlation in my practice. That certainly can be a predisposing factor for people dealing with SIBO, i.e. small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, but I'm not aware of there being a mold connection there per se. There might be like a higher incidence because, well, anyways, actually I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but no, to my knowledge, I'm not aware of a connection there. So thank you for the questions. They were great questions. It was fun doing this in a rapid fire format. If anybody has any further questions on this topic or anything else, please post in the comment section below, and I will leave it there for now.